AI gives you that ability to scale, but you always have to have sort of human in the center, human-centric, creative, and experiences that really are going to resonate with your customers.
Rachel, it is fabulous to be here with you. Thank you.
It is good to be here with you.
So I think for so many people, because there's been a lot of emphasis on the content supply chain and the speed with which people can create content using Adobe and all the incredible AI that is available, there's a tendency to say faster, better, cheaper, in some cases. And that is all true. But I don't know anyone who wants to just say more or faster. There's a means to an end. How do you think about that in terms of creative excellence and also the business and driving specific outcomes?
I think it has been really fascinating to see marketing teams, marketers, when I talk with customers, suddenly realize, I have at my disposal now tools, solutions that can really help me move faster, can amplify the work of my teams. I can create a lot more content. I think marketers are also realizing they need a lot more content. So if you think about the proliferation of channels, if you think about, maybe the attention span now of customers across all these channels, you don't have a lot of time to grab their attention. So you need to think about, what is the content I want to put out there? What are the customer journeys I want to build? What becomes really critical is for every asset you're creating, are you doing it? Is it reflective of your brand? Is there brand integrity in every asset? One of the things we talk about with customers is everybody wants to avoid brand drift. Everybody obviously wants to avoid, the sea of sameness or looking like, it looks like it was AI generated. So I think every brand has to think, all right, what is the core of my brand? What are the aesthetics? What's the brand voice I want to put out there? I think AI allows you to scale it, but the first part is you really have to understand what is the brand I want to, what are the assets of my brand that I want to make sure customers are engaging with and that's faithful to what I want that brand to be. And so I think AI gives you that ability to scale, but you always have to have sort of human in the center, human-centric, creative, and experiences that really are going to resonate with your customers. AI can help you scale though, but you absolutely need brand guidelines embedded in everything you do, every asset you create, so that you make sure that you grab brand fidelity, brand integrity across everything.
So how is it that Adobe is instantiating the brand using AI so that as the brand is fragmented and atomized in all these spaces and places, it can have integrity even as the speed accelerates and the form factor continues to express itself in so many different places?
A couple of big things we're doing. So recently at our Summit event, we launched Adobe Brand Intelligence, which is really our way to say, how do you take an understanding of the brand? So ingesting all brand assets, but even things that are more in your head or my head about what the brand means, building brand ontology, using Knowledge Graph to build out understanding of brands or the brand landscape, so that every single time you create something, it is on brand. And I think that's critically important in the beginning when you're doing the ideation, when you're doing the creation. But then when we think about creative production, we work a lot with customers with our Gen Studio product to make sure that that creative production scales. So scales across all channels, scales across personalization. And I think having those, whether it's at the beginning, like I said, of the creative process, or as you get to the production part, ensuring that across all of those, you have the right assets for the right customer, but also the right assets that are reflected with your brand.
That makes tremendous sense. Rachel, thank you so much for being here.